Oh boy. Okay. Yes, we did it. We're here. It's over, kids. March is over. Good riddance to that forced intermission of a month, and hello, April. It's time for warmth, flowers, and an overall feeling of bliss for surviving another winter. Time to make like rabbits and get hopping with the heat and all the warm feelings this season brings around. Yeah, that's right, I like spring. How can somebody who comes down with cabin fever not like spring? Tell you the truth though, I hate winter more, so this moment of turning over the calendar page is a two-sided win. Now listen up, because along with flipping the calendar month over, I'm doing the same thing with our script a little bit here. My typical March hair mood usually comes with a side of venom and oozing bloody sarcasm. But I'm feeling much more spring-like this time around. I don't want to hurt anybody, really. Well, maybe sometimes I do. Maybe a whole hell of a lot, actually. Maybe sometimes you need to do something to make the world right again, and you just get this horrible itch to pin someone to the floor and dig your claws so deep into their eyes, their brain, and split.
Video demon.
Yeah. We all feel like that sometimes though, right? But it's nicer to celebrate fun feelings instead. Much easier to make videos about joyful stuff than to break your winter blues by engaging in such a messy activity like violent, brutal murder. We all know there are plenty of better ways to make a fun mess during a spring awakening anyway, right? And nobody even has to die. In all seriousness though, I think it's better to just play with the crazy stuff I drag in here instead of poking and prodding it all over with the threat I'm gonna kick it in the shin at any moment. Old Man Winter just got evicted after months of sucking the happiness out of the whole apartment complex, so I feel like celebrating and cleaning out his place, and I prefer to do it with an air of happiness and overall fun. Whistle while you work and all that, right? Yeah. So, consider this year's Cabin Fever Dreams to be a sort of springtime festival celebrating all the, oh my god, what even is this and why did somebody put the work in sort of material in my terrain? All the feelings we got with Lasagna Cat and Info Channel. That's the mood. I feel spring-like. Let us all feel spring-like. At least for a moment. For tonight's opening act in the Cabin Fever Dreams lineup, I have something that might actually get you guys to care about watching my Candy Bowl videos more during October. Because yeah, I have a bone to pick about that.
Tumblr call-out post.
It's a Nightmind Cabin Fever Dreams variety hour I'm calling R.E.M. Random Eccentric Media, featuring rapid delivery on weird and whacked out projects that, like solitary playing cards, don't really stand up on their own for a full video, but can make a mighty house of cards when put together. Until some stupid 12-year-old comes into the comment section and knocks it down. But yes, it is time for some oddballs I never get the chance to cover to come along and shine. This is their time of year. This is their stage, and I feel right opening it up. And considering this is the spring season opener, the most appropriate topic to roll out first is a hippity-hoppity harebrained project. I'm not the only long ears in the building tonight, it seems, because your opening act is the musical and mysterious Bunny Rabbit. Oh, Bunny Rabbit. Bunny Rabbit. Bunny Rabbit. Screw it. Bunny Rabbit. I'll pronounce it with all the letters, okay? Anyhow, who is Bunny Rabbit?
So on this tape, I find musician I've never heard before.
My next guest has taken
The 7-foot-tall Bunny Rabbit.
At least those lucky enough to have discovered him. He is musician Bunny Rabbit, who...
See, he does not talk.
He prefers singer-songwriter.
Oh, sorry. He is singer-songwriter Bunny Rabbit, who is promoting his new single, Big World. I think the question most fans want to know is, who's behind the mask?
There is no mask.
Okay. Who are your influences?
I don't understand. He finds inspiration in the Earth's natural beauty. Moments between strangers and his love for me.
All right then, let's take a look at Big World.
Now wait for this song.
So yeah, this is pretty much the 2008-2009 version of Lady Gaga back in 1994, but with a rabbit costume theme and part of the indie music scene instead of pop and dance. Our friend Bujo here has a channel dedicated to finding lost music and videos, and he happened to stumble across this videotape of the artist Bunny Rabbit at a yard sale, along with a bag of associated items.
Okay guys, Budro here. Again, last time on Budro's Basement Tapes, I find this fantastic video with a 7-foot-tall bunny rabbit who sings fantastic song. But you know what? I have more. Okay, so along with tape, I find in camcorder bag, I find these photos, and I find disc. And okay, my job at hotel is the only place in the whole world old school enough to understand computer disc, and it has important documents. It has HTML file, Netscape browser stuff, flaming logo background. It is so 90s. I'll show you later if I can upload somewhere. And here I find Matchbox, Le Roosevelt 25 Roboswell Lyon. I think it's hotel or something. But I'm on mission now, guys. I'm going to find this bunny rabbit. So, what I'm going to do, next episode, we are going to call this hotel. See if they have any more information for us about bunny rabbit. So, until next time, this is Budro, signing off. Ciao.
And just like that, we've got a web series. Haha, yes. Oh, you guys have no idea how long I've been waiting to see somebody take advantage of this art form to promote a musical concept. And this guy's going all in. He's playing the Bujo character, he's mocking up everything to fit the idea of what this guy is doing. He's obviously having fun with it, and he's created the best vehicle for exposing Bunny Rabbit to the masses by inviting random viewers from around the world to send him anything they happen to find associated with Bunny Rabbit. He's even got a website in the style of those you would find during Bunny Rabbit's heyday, and, as we heard, found the files for it on the floppy disk. Now this is very clearly a promotion space for this dude's music as the Bunny Rabbit character, or this guy's friend, or he's just an actor hired by Bunny Rabbit. We've got enough evidence for it all over the place, from the fact that somehow this artist no one has ever heard of suddenly has media popping up all over the internet in the form of 8 complete songs, many of them with full music videos to accompany them. The very obvious presentation of it on other channels for music promotion like the Indie Folk, and the real silver bullet, the classic content ID claim on behalf of the artist Bunny Rabbit if you try uploading anything containing the music. Promotion vehicle? Yeah. Mad genius? Definitely. I respect this very much. It's not just a gimmick being made here to push Bunny Rabbit. It's a story. As you go deeper into the videos, you find an actual plot developing where it seems that Bunny Rabbit as a character had a stalker as early as 1994, and now has some kind of shadow street team trying to make a name for him again outside of Bujo's efforts. We've also got Bujo and the modern Bunny Rabbit fans he's converted trying to investigate any sort of lead into the artist. So we're on a fun active detective case as well as a lost media collection tale. There's care being put into the series as well as the music, and that I can truly respect and admire. As for Bunny Rabbit's music itself, I think you're either going to love it or just not care. I don't think it's possible to actually hate this stuff. You might find it very silly or worth rolling your eyes depending on your tastes, but largely I think it's harmless. Now me, I'm the kind of person who's been on a raw zombie kick lately and reliving the glory of Ozzy Osbourne's Bark at the Moon album, so music like Bunny Rabbit's isn't really going to make me open up iTunes to see if he's officially for sale. But some viewers really do seem to dig his stuff, and in certain ways, I appreciate what's been done musically. He does have a knack for making earworms that aren't even that great, which is really interesting. Just listen to Waterfalls Down to get a taste of what I mean, and tell me if you hear the chorus ringing in your ears when you try to go to sleep later. Our next stop actually brings us more fuzzy creatures and music, and while it's lacking in story and structure, it makes up that absence with plenty of silliness. This is also something I've been asked about a good amount of times before, so for those of you who have bugged me up and down to get my take on it, consider this a late Easter gift.
This story is called The Birthday Party.
I am Cirrhosis the Wolf. They put me on the show because your ratings aren't doing so good, and they just figured maybe you could use a sidekick. I really don't need a sidekick. So, a little bit about myself. I am a raging alcoholic, and I am a wolf, and that's about it. Oh, okay.
Welcome to Slaughter Me Street. Or, I guess, Odd Stories for Odd Children. Honestly, it's pretty unclear how to actually address this channel by name because all the videos are part of Odd Stories for Odd Children as a sort of TV show, but the channel is named Slaughter Me Street and some of the videos are really just promotions for that game series and extended material for it, so... You know what, let's say it's doing the Sesame Street parody thing full on, and that Odd Stories for Odd Children is just a segment inside of it, like the miniature show segments in Sesame Street. Anyway, we start our journey into this world with the character Odd Stories for Odd Children, or as he's commonly called in videos by others, Ozfok. Ozfok? Ozfok. Assfok? Assfok. Yeah, the joke is that his name sounds like assfok, isn't it? Well, that's one way to pass YouTube demonetization, right? Too bad you just opened the floodgates for a ton of Rule 34 with that name combined with that type of character, especially with his new partner. Oh, his new co-host, Cirrhosis the Alcoholic Wolf here.
And he died. I took a step back in shock, and at the moment the small man ran out from underneath the bed yet again, but was dressed in a cheaply made red devil costume and smiled at me as he ran out from under the bed. I can honestly say this was the worst party I've ever
Lame. No, I'm just saying, I don't know if you were telling a story or you were trying to put the audience to sleep, because it was just boring. It was just a boring story. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, what even happened to Steven? It is, who, like,
What
where
are you talking
where,
about?
what happened to Steven?
It's not supposed to make sense.
Yeah, but it
It's not
doesn't make
supposed to make
sense.
sense. It's supposed to be an odd story. There's
But I'm just saying, it
strange
wasn't any good.
stories. What? Wait, what?
I said it wasn't any good. Your story wasn't any good.
Okay, well, it's time for you to go now.
In case you're actually of the age demographic for Sesame Street's audience and don't get it yet, Slaughter Me Street is majorly a joke. It tries to come off as a somewhat serious, dark, intimidating show at first, with Ozfok, who, okay, come on, you know they're calling him Asfok. If they didn't want to, they would have just called him Odd for short. That would have worked just fine. That makes sense. It's your first instinct. His name is totally Asfok. Anyway, Ozfok tries to read Odd Stories for Odd Children and be a creepy, somewhat haunted old animatronic bear toy. The video description for the first upload helps lay out the concept. Ozfok was an automated, animal-like doll found in an abandoned home and is suggested to be created around the early 1800s based on its crude apparatus, handcrafted cogs and gears, but oddly no source for a power supply. Even more strange is that it requests sacrifices during its bizarre stories.
Gee, I wonder what kind of sacrifices a character named Ozfok would want.
Now, Odd Stories isn't all that Ozfok has to offer. He can also sing. Yes, it's true. This toy comes with story sing-along adventures.
It's time for a song. I remember when someone I loved hurt me.
You leave them.
And admire them from afar. Turn around behind you. You'll find a tape. Put that tape
Inside of me.
and we can sing together.
You'll notice in that second singing example that there are 2 more characters now besides Oz and Cirrhosis. Those would be the Greeter and Follower, 2 monster characters from the game 123 Slaughter Me Street. Characters are added into the series as it rolls on, making for new dynamics, and the creators have expressed they want to make more puppets for this. Truth be told, there's really no big grand design in this channel that I can detect. Is there some kind of connective tissue for a subtle story in these Slaughter Me Street games? Yes. Is it really anything that needs much explaining? No. It's more like Marvel movie Easter eggs than anything else, and that's fine. I really don't have much to say about the games. They are what they are, and what they are can be defined mostly as Five Nights at Freddy's parodies or inspirations that also parody Sesame Street and just the concept of corrupting existing children's media for shock value and scare tactics, like we've seen with a lot of creepypasta stories. The series, however, see, this is where things are pretty crazy. I have no idea how well the Slaughter Me Street games actually sell, but the series is what really shines for me. Being totally honest, I wanted to find out that this was terrible going in. I very seldom look at anything expecting that I'm going to hate it, but with this, I was seeing way too many red flags, and I have a certain rule that projects shouldn't try to promote themselves directly to me that might have been broken at some point. You know you did.
Twitter call-out thread incoming.
But Slaughter Me Street was already on my radar by the time that any rules may or may not have been broken. And finally, I am able to discuss it here. And I did want to discuss it because despite initial appearances, I found out something incredible. It is impossible for me to hate this. It's impossible for me to not like this. I actually was really honestly entertained and enjoyed it. It's silly, it's stupid, it has no real structure, it's like a slice-of-life webcomic with goofy characters adapted to a web series format, and I love it. Somehow, in some way, John Colbeck gets away with this. He makes all of it work. This. I sat watching this channel on a marathon run, just one video after another while working on something else, and it felt like that perfect string of content to have on as just great chilling out entertainment. The series has made it very clear it would like to get on Adult Swim, and to be quite honest, that's the impression it gave while watching. That I had turned on Adult Swim late at night and every last bit of the mood and entertainment I would want from the network while being my usual nocturnal self was present. It brings to mind marathons of early Robot Chicken and the really obscure 12-ounce mouse.
I did it! I did it! What? What did you do? What? I got the golden ticket. What? Let me see that. This candy bar is horribly expired. This ticket is from the 70s. I know, and I won it. Whatever, man. The Wonky factory probably isn't even there anymore. You're just jealous. I'm leaving to start my new life as Willy Wonky's apprentice. And there'll be fizzy lifty drinks and a Wonky-bator and a heavy German kid that gets stuck in a tube and candy and there's gonna be people singing. Just go. I'm going. Wow, it's just as I imagined, but not even close to what I was expecting.
Hey diddly ho, friend.
It's Willy Wonky!
That's me!
You don't look so good.
That's what my psychiatrist tells me.
Where's your amazing factory? I'm ready to be your apprentice.
It's all about consolidation these days. Now my factory and my world comes from a pill.
Wow, you're so wise. Okay, so I should probably take what he's taking.
I always want something like this to just put on in some sort of playlist at times for working on a project or to have a night that feels like just hanging around, feeling good, and watching some random quick things. You get a good amount of variety with Slaughter Me Street actually, and I enjoyed clicking on each new video to see what would appear next. Some of the music even made me raise an eyebrow in surprise, like, wow, I genuinely enjoy this. I've made a playlist myself of all the Slaughter Me Street stuff in order, minus the videos that are collections of the songs that will appear already as you're going along. You won't miss anything except for those musical encores, so every video will have new material. Put it on while you're working on something on your second monitor or laptop, put it on the TV, even put it on for just the audio if you can't look at it while watching. Quite a lot of the entertainment value comes from the banter between characters. Just watch out for the Ted Koppel bits, he'll pour broken glass in your ears.
I don't want breakfast, I'm asking for french fries, and a burger, yeah. No, but you gotta get the breakfast in time, or you ain't gonna get your egg Benedict. I don't want egg Benedict.
This is the kind of project that I literally would have no reason to ever cover outside of Cabin Fever Dreams, but it really does make me so happy I have this time of year to introduce the whacked out stuff on the fringes of Night Mind territory, like this. I really like Slaughter Me Street. I like it enough that I donated to the Patreon, and if you find you enjoy what they're up to as well, toss in a little money yourself. It'll help them buy new puppets and equipment, pay for more musicians and artists, animations, and all the rest of the crazy stuff they might be planning. This series is about as deep as a Walmart kiddie pool, but you can call me a 5-year-old and tell me to stop trying to drown my brother because I'm having a blast in here. Come on down to Sodomy Street, the water's fine. And by the way, if there isn't a mountain of Rule 34 between Ozfok and Cirrhosis within a week, I'm going to be very disappointed in all of you.
What is that? Deli clown. What is a deli clown? And how did... Were you in my spell book again? No, I'm the deli clown. Hello. I'm an endorser of lunch meats. I think he's the best character ever. And I get all the deli meats I can eat now, and he's funny. Alright, well, I still think this is weird, but... Alright, as long as you think everything's gonna be okay, I gotta keep making sure everything's good around here. As long as he doesn't get in any trouble. Hey there, buddy. You wanna go do some drinking? Yeah, I wanna do some drinking. Oh no. Great.
Hey, this is the YouTube police. I heard there's some kind of stuff going on around here. And I'll make sure everything is good, because if not, you're gonna get demonetized and we're gonna censor you.
No, nothing even slightly entertaining. Just good old bland, mediocre entertainment.
Who is that? You know, he can suck this hot Italian salami.
Who is that? What did he say?
Oh, no, that's nobody. He's just here on vacation.
Oh, deli clown, put that back in your pants. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, God.
Whew. Well, we've been out this for a little bit, right? I'm getting kinda hungry. How about you? Yeah? What are you in the mood for, pizza? I'm thinking pizza. I'm thinking it's pizza time now.
Hi, I'm a real person, and I eat Pizza Time Pizza every day. I'm a real doctor, and Pizza Time Pizza isn't just good for you, it's good for you. Did you know that 100% of people who don't try Pizza Time Pizza die eventually? If you don't eat Pizza Time Pizza, then you will definitely eventually die. Go to pizzatimepizza.wixsite.com/pizzatimepizza and order a fresh, hot and ready cheese pizza with whatever toppings you want. Before eating at Pizza Time Pizza, I was hungry, lonely, and homeless. But now, I'm just lonely and homeless. Here at Pizza Time Pizza, we're a family. I'm a real pizza, and I'm okay with being eaten. Order a fresh, large pepperoni cheese pizza today, and join the Pizza Time Pizza family today. In a world of uncertainty and danger, there's one thing you can always count on, and that's Pizza Time Pizza. Leave your old family behind and join the Pizza Time Pizza family. I'm a celebrity. After joining the Pizza Time Pizza family, my old friends and family couldn't weigh me down anymore. Because I killed them. And we even have pizza in VR. Our prices are so great, you'll want to cleanse yourself with your past sins. Join the Pizza Time Pizza family. Kill your parents. You are worthless. You are nothing. We will make you strong. Join the Pizza Time Pizza family today. The weak will be sacrificed. Your blood will be the very sauce of the enlightened. We will be rewarded in the Pizza Time Pizza afterlife. Only at pizzatimepizza.wixsite.com/pizzatimepizza. Kill your parents. Kill your parents. Kill your parents. Kill your parents. Kill your parents.
Pizza Time Pizza. .wixsite.com Pizza Time Pizza.
Cool commercial, huh? I bet you're hungry now. I love when pizza makes me cough up blood and reenact that one crawling on the ground shot from Too Many Cooks. Anything that makes me feel closer to Smarf is automatically good in my book. Yeah, I miss Smarf. Pizza Time Pizza is a series by Alex Bale about a wholesome, family-run pizza company that is seriously, totally not a cult. Not even for a second.
Pizza Time Pizza is not a cult. Domino's is a cult. Papa John's is a cult. Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer, but Pizza Time Pizza is not a cult.
That's right. They are most certainly not a cult, and don't worry about all the missing people you might have heard about lately. They didn't even like Pizza Time Pizza. Let's just get together, have some pizza, and prepare for the ascension. Would you like to find out more about Pizza Time Pizza and how their family has always been your true family? The best way is to watch the latest episode of this series, Pizza Time Pizza 4. I could share the secrets of the Pizza Man's message with you right here, but I'm not going to undermine the teachings of our master or his grand presentations. I highly recommend that you view episode 4 of Pizza Time Pizza over on the Alex Bale channel, because if you don't do it of your own free will, a Pizza Time Pizza delivery person will be there shortly to ensure viewing takes place with a pizza, and you get to eat the whole thing in the presence of that delivery person. Every last slice. And then you have to lick the box. And now, speaking of food, how about some dessert? Since we've had our pizza and begun re-education processes through video means on one front, we might as well keep the ball rolling. I think it's time for some treats. And thankfully, they're treats a lot of you have asked for over the course of, say, at least a year, I believe. Treats for beasts. Wow, okay. Where do we even begin with this one? I suppose I should open by offering an actual treat, right? Okay, so, who wants to gnaw on human bones? Human bones not doing it for you, huh? That's alright. I've never been too crazy about them either. Tried it way back in the mid-1800s and I don't get the appeal. You ever try a Necco wafer? They're sort of like that, but imagine some gristle and blood mixed in. So how about we meet some men with small hands who carry very little treats to give to little girls with the sharpest little teeth instead then? Yeesh, Angelica from Rugrats isn't looking too good these days, huh? I've heard that most tunes don't do so well after they go off the air, but this is, she's had some bad cosmetic dentistry. All jokes aside though, this is pretty much what you'll be getting from the videos on Treats for Beasts. Uploads of drawings made in MS Paint or a similar program accompanied by songs or repeated phrases on top of droning music. When it's not that, we have some very odd live-action footage, and throughout all of this we have two common themes. Religion equals bad, and the idea of humanity as a bestial sort of species. But mostly, these uploads are meant solely to freak you out, disturb you, unnerve you. It's exactly the kind of thing that people expect when watching YouTube videos about creepy, weird channels.
It's story time. Z is cooking. His windows are steamy. That tree is lovely. Perfect for a scene. Bob is putting on his boots. We have to leave now.
I looked up Treats for Beasts quite a while ago, even before the first Cabin Fever Dreams last year, so it's been on my radar. There just wasn't anything that could really be said. I had no idea if the channel was meant to troll people, to just exist as this basement corner experiment lab, or if it was intentionally trying to freak people out and use religion as a tool for the thrill of doing it. There did seem to be a common line of anti-religious messages and an overall misanthropic feeling, an obvious pessimism towards humanity, but it really didn't add up to much at all, you know? And then, after 3 years of sitting in silence, a new upload arrived that puts things into perspective pretty clearly. A video titled Treats for Beasts that opens with a shot of a computer monitor, which we then zoom into, followed by a title screen. And while we're going to be watching Treats for Beasts, we're not alone. Everybody, meet Chauncey.
Yay! Yay!
Look, kids, it's Clapper! Clapper, 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 Clapper. And Squirrel Girl. I hate Squirrel Girl.
Now, Chauncey, that's not very nice, is it?
Fuck you, Daddy.
Oh, Chauncey, let me do that for you.
No.
Daddy? Mm-hmm.
I have to vomit.
Chauncey, wait a second.
Who is Chauncey, other than this guy's son? Well, it's a bit of a story, and you will be told if you watch this grand 34-minute epic. You'll also be shown plenty more footage on the Treats for Beasts channel, which this man begrudgingly lets his son watch in between long life lessons and explanations of philosophy told out by the father figure. Now, I'm not going to spoil the origins of Chauncey, though I will tell you it has something to do with a Robert Smith from The Cure and that pair of contacts made popular by Hobson. It's worth it to see for yourself along with the rest of the Treats for Beasts title video. What I can say is that this long-awaited return upload makes the idea of the channel somewhat cohesive. It's all footage from the apparent network that's meant to educate kids with some rather unconventional, pessimistic programming and be a loose, crazy kind of criticism of media and culture. Or something. It's still up in the air exactly what kind of angle was taken here, if there was any angle at play, or if this was somebody playing around just because they could. Like we saw with Slaughter Me Street, this is a fun way to just burn some time and subject your brain to a stream of crazy, dumb, and somehow thought-provoking. Chief among the videos from the old run of uploads is the classic Beasts. Be careful though, it's as much of an earworm as it is disturbing. This song will get stuck in your head, and possibly its visuals, and you might not enjoy either experience 5 hours after exposure when you're sitting in the kitchen just trying to enjoy a meal. Well, I'd say that's it for the spectacle of rapid fever dreams tonight. We came, we saw, we stared, we backed up a little, we leaned over to look closer from a safer distance while making concerned expressions, we shook our heads, and now we're walking away. A fun time was had by all. You know, I really like this sort of thing. Cabin Fever Dreams is always the time of year I can roll back my sleeves, undo the buttons on my vest, and cover some stuff that would never fit anywhere else. But that bucket of weird stuff has a lot in it that doesn't warrant a full video. This format solves the problem and lets me give those hard-to-cover bits a light of their own to sit under. I think I'm going to do this next year too. How do you guys feel about it? In the comment section, let me know, and be sure to also tell me if any of the videos on any of these channels end up scarring you for life. Do check out Bunny Rabbit, Slaughter Me Street, Pizza Time Pizza, and Treats for Beasts if you're tempted. And remember, I made that playlist for Slaughter Me Street. And actually, you know what? I'm going to make a full-on playlist for all of this stuff. One big roll. You can play Choose Your Own Adventure with the links in my video description, or you can use the Big Cabin Fever Dreams R.E.M playlist to go through the whole catalog of all 4 channels, as if you actually had stopped to do it each time I brought one up. Aren't I a nice monster, making things all easy on you and such? Just don't tell your parents or lover that I enabled you to be lazy and sit around watching YouTube all night, okay? Okay. Thanks for tuning in for another season of Cabin Fever Dreams. It ain't over yet, kids, so keep it on this channel for the next few entries. I am certainly not done with the odd stuff, and I want you all to experience it. But for now, we're going to call it a night and go outside to smell some flowers, talk to some squirrels, and leave fresh meat in the backyards of the neighbors who live near the woods so they can appreciate nature up close and personal on their own time. Major thanks to all of you for viewing, and thanks especially to my supporters on Patreon who make it possible to cover things that YouTube's algorithm probably has no idea what to do with. Stick around to the end of this video to see all of their names. Thanks for joining me in the dock again this evening. Once more, I'm Nick Nocturne, and like the glorious return of spring and cabin fever mania, I'll be back again real soon. Sleep tight.